Hello, and welcome to this presentation, Calm, Controlling Agitation with Less Medications, especially psychiatric medications, in individuals with dementia. I'm Abhilash Desai. I'm a geriatric psychiatrist in Boise, Idaho. Dr. Grossberg and I have written a book called Psychiatric Consultation in Long-Term Care, where we give many tips on preventing or reducing agitation. This calm checklist is from that book. The first thing we need to look for is dehydration because it can cause agitation. The second would be constipation. Third would be pain. And these three, when treated adequately, can prevent agitation and improve quality of life of many individuals with dementia at home, as well as in nursing homes and assisted living facilities. The next to look for is whether the person with dementia is sleeping regularly. Insomnia is common, and simple strategies such as physical activity in the daytime, engaging them in meaningful activities, exposure to sunlight can improve sleep. They might be on medicines that might cause insomnia, so discontinuing those medicines is also important. The next on the checklist is exposure to outdoors, nature, sunlight. And when that is difficult, then sometimes bright light therapy in the home or in the facility can also be useful. It's important to engage the person with dementia in some physical activity every 1 to 2 hours. Prolonged sitting can contribute to agitation, not only by causing them to be bored and restless, but also their posture in that sitting position may cause pain. We encourage the family members and the staff in long-term care facilities to create an individualized, pleasant activity schedule. And once you have such a schedule, to do everything one can to see if the person with dementia is engaged in this schedule throughout the day. For example, in the morning, if they are used to having coffee, they can have that. Then if they're used to watching TV, if they're used to taking a walk with a family member or another person, we can make that part of the schedule. Listening to music is a big one. Applying lotions can be a big one. The next is to really tackle the list of medications the person with dementia is having. And for this, ideally, it's good to have a pharmacist involved, a pharmacist working with primary care physician, and if necessary, a geriatric psychiatrist or a geriatrician can discontinue medicines that have anticholinergic effects, such as diphenhydramine. Drugs with anticholinergic effects are very common causes of agitation in individuals with dementia. Another list of drugs are on the Beers list of drugs that are inappropriate in the elderly. And it's important to review the person's medicines, identify the drugs on the Beers list, try and minimize their use, or even slowly taper and discontinue them or replace them with safer alternatives. The next is that there are many medicines that might be appropriate early on in the life of a person with dementia, but in more advanced stages of dementia, when the life expectancy is much lower, these may not be worthwhile. Examples would be, say, statins. And it's again important to review these medicines and discuss with the patient and the family and taper and discontinue them. This will go a long way in preventing and reducing agitation in persons with dementia. This way, the stress on the family members and caregivers, staff in the long-term care facility is also less because they're spending less time trying to get the person to take the medications. Another thing is to really re-engage the whole support system, not only family members, but friends, especially from long distances, to regularly interact with person with dementia via audio and video. This can help reduce loneliness, and loneliness is a common cause of agitation in persons with dementia. Another, it's important to change the environment so that the access to preferred food and activity is very easy for the person with dementia. Last but not the least, making sure that the hearing aids are working, addressing their vision deficits optimally, can also prevent or reduce agitation and improve the quality of life of person with dementia. Dr. George Grossberg is a nationally and internationally renowned geriatric psychiatrist. He's my mentor. He and I have written this book, which has a whole chapter devoted to rational deprescribing, and another chapter, psychosocial spiritual wellness care plan for individuals with dementia, which is major neurocognitive disorder. You will find many other clinical tips and pearls in those chapters. I hope you found this useful. Take care. Namaste.